Ivysaur, Marshadow. And we're starting with the... Oh, this looks dope. Our first full art. This is a full art. Our Mega Kangaskong full art. These look cool. Doing a freaking... I don't know what that move would be in wrestling. There's the Mega Lucario full art. Our Aura Job and our Mega Brave. Hey guys, Georgiasaur here, back with another one. You guys know what time it is. Welcome back to the channel. Today we have obviously our big VIPs, the biggest VIP we have of our Latios and Latias here as our card showing up. But we have these two, Lily not so much for a specific reason, but Gardevoir because we are going to be opening up some Paldean Fates. We got 7 of these, but we're going to take 2 packs out because we need 40 only. Why do we need 40? Because we're putting it up against a big opening. We have the entire box of the Megaevolution build in battle. So this is what we're going to be opening up. We're going to see the packs, see what's inside, and see what we get. So make sure to stick around and see what we get. Okay guys, so we went ahead and separated everything. Here are our extra little codes for Paldean Fates from the 2 packs that we had to separate. You guys can go ahead and have those. And we also have our little decks that we're going to show throughout the video. I'm not going to show them right now, but these are the obvious promo cards that you can get: Inteleon, Alakazam, Lunatone, and Meganium. As we go through the video, I'm going to open one of these and show you what kind of cards that you can get them, but we're obviously going to go ahead and start with Paldean Fates. We separated all of them. They were all booster boxes or booster bundles. So we made a pile of 10, and we're going to go ahead, open 10, and then move to our Mega Evolution. So let's go ahead and start with, obviously, Paldean Fates. And Paldean Fates representing here is Gardevoir. So with our Gardevoir, hopefully we can pull a Gardevoir. And here with Paldean Fates, we have our little, starting with a Weavile, another mini shiny to start us off, which is a very cute one. We're going to go ahead, put it on the throne because our shiny needs a shiny to go ahead and show right there. And we're going to cover our Gardevoir and have our Latios and Latias there. So starting off with a hit, got 1 hit already. And with Paldean Fates, it's like that. We don't know if we get stuff or not. It's flipped over. The energy's flipped over for some reason. But that shows here. There's all kinds of mispackaging things that happen. So we never know what's going to come out. And here now with Paldean Fates, obviously Bubble Mew has been flying. It's going to the roof. It's right there on the screen, the price, and Gardevoir has been flying too, Charizard, all of them are going up at this moment. So there's a lot of cards that we're going to be hoping that we get. We have 40 packs total, so hopefully we get something there. We got our Clive, which Clive is just going to go to the back because who cares about that guy. Our full art trainer right there, and keep it going. Again, right now this isn't really a battle or not, in a sense. We're not putting them up against each other, who gets what, which one is better, but we wanted to put our Mega Evolution, our first opening of Mega Evolution. We got it a little early because here in Mexico they're not going to get here anytime soon, so we'll had a little trip and ended up coming back with some Mega Evolution. So we're going to go ahead, open that up for you guys. You can see what we get. And hopefully we get some good stuff from Paldean Fates as well. That's already more than a box, or that is a box with this pack. That's 6 packs. But again, we're doing rounds of 10, just so we can do 10 whole packs at once. You guys can see the kinds of cards that we'll be getting. Another mini, our Snover. So I'm going to put our Snover instead of our Weavile, which this one doesn't look like it's changed much. I think just the green here changed to blue. But it's another cute card that we can just put right there and keep it going. Now with the mini shinies, there's a lot of mini shinies here that we still haven't pulled. So if we get something that I haven't seen, it's going to be a nice little addition. And hopefully you guys are seeing some new cards as well. With the EXs though, we don't care about these. So going straight to the back. 3 more packs with this first round. Then we're going to go with our Mega Evolutions. So you guys can see the kinds of cards that we're going to be getting. I'll probably show the pack art and everything. Our first look at Mega Evolution. So nice, a Wigglytuff, a full art shiny. So definitely gonna take the throne. Instead of our regular full arts and our mini shinies, our full art shiny right there of Wiggly. And 2 packs left. Pikachu taunting us on the front. Because again, we haven't pulled a mini shiny of Pikachu. So that'd be a nice one to pull as well. Our Ceruledge. And our last pack for the first round of 10 from Paldean Fates. Let's see how it finishes off. And then our Megaevolutions, we're probably going to go through them in the first round, see every single art, Reverum, and that's that. But in the Megaevolutions, we'll probably go through all of them, see the arts in the first round, and then go through them a little faster. But finishing off with a mini shiny right there. And before we move to Megaevolutions, I'm going to go ahead and open up this pack of our deck, our starter deck. And as you guys can see, the back is very different from usual starter decks. The TCG live code changed. I'm going to show you that as well because there is a change in general there. Okay, so there we go. We got our little opening there, and I'm going to show the little deck. But first, I'm going to start with the code actually, because the code also changed colors. Now it's a green code for some reason, when it used to be like a black code. And the little things at the top changed too. USA, Canada, Europe, Australia. Here, they took off Mexico, they took off Brazil, they took off Germany. And now it changed for some reason. And you can see here, Team Rocket Tin. And then over here it says Build and Battle Box Digital Bundle. So it changed there, and obviously the back changed as well. Now we have our Pikachu representing, which I think it was always like the set, Scarlet and Violet, but now it's just Pikachu. Save money? I don't know what it's for, but they did that. And obviously we have our Inteleon. The card we have is our Gardevoir card art, so we're gonna keep that because we do like them all. Our Brock, Ultra Ball, so this is a water deck. Surfing Beach, Rare Candies, Drayton, and Lily's Determination is there too. Some Buddies, and it is a water deck, all water basically, Lacy, no other type there, so a water deck for Inteleon. And going from there, we're going to our Megaevolutions. We're going to look at the art style first on these, which I like the art style, the little red and orange lines, or the lines in general that they added. Our Gardevoir one right there too. They make them stand out a little more. I'm pretty sure they did that for a reason, but they do look very nice. And obviously, like I said, we're going to be running through these, but this first round, we're going to look at the cards all in general. This now looks cool with that code actually, so I like that. The color, I don't though. It looks very different. So, but Megaevolution Digital Booster Pack. That's our code for that one. Our energy to the front. And let's go through these a little slow so we can see. Got a little Snom, Scorbunny, Tinkatuff, Haphazard Hammer, Nuzleaf taking a bite, our Solrock, Crawdont as a dark type instead of water, Magnezone, Gargankel, no difference here, there's nothing added, just complete reverse, our Shedinja, and a Meganium. So this Meganium goes ahead and matches with this Meganium for Megaevolution, just the art style changes a little bit. Wild Growth, each basic energy attached to all your provides 2 energies. The effect of Wild Growth doesn't stack. So if you have a grass deck, very good card to play with grass. Hit-wise, obviously this one's going to be maybe a lot less compared to our Paldean Fates, but still, we're going to be looking through these cards in our first round. And since it works like that, we have the 3 in the back being the big hits, meaning we don't have to worry about missing anything there. We can just go a little quicker. This art style reminds me of the older sets. We got our Bulbasaur, Lieutenant Surge, Ninetales, Spiritomb, very bland shiny, and Mega Absol. With our Mega Absol starting us off, it is an EX, so I'm not going to throw it, but still, we got our new EX cards right there. I love the lines, and I think only in the full arts is where we're going to start to see the text in Japanese, which I think, taking advantage of changing and going to a newer set, this should have changed it maybe too, but they didn't decide to do that. But he'll go right there. Our first hit of the Megas. Okay, next one, our Lucario pack. Again, we're going to go through all this round looking at them, guys. So if you're getting a little tired of that, don't worry. It's just this one round that we're going to do it, because again, we haven't seen any of these. And again, like Ugo pointed out, the aura changed here basically on these cards. Previous ones, basically, they were going to the top and the bottom. Here, they're only there. And here they also, I think this was Stellar Crown, they changed the wisp to a different type of wisp as well. So they're constantly changing the energies, but we don't gotta really worry about that one right there. On Onyx, we got some first gen here too. So this gen is basically a mix-up of everything here. Got new and old. Our Frostmoth. This guy's obviously an older guy, one of the older Pokemon guys. Ivysaur, Marshadow, and we're starting with the this looks dope. Our first full art. This is a full art. Our Mega Kangaskhan full art. These look cool, and it has again in the background, like I've said with Destined Rivals, we had these guys are in the journey together. Well, they have the trainers in the background looking dead, but here it looks very different because obviously that's the change from that to that. But our first Mega EX, our Kangaskhan, one of the card arts there, starting us off. So we're going to be going for these full arts. I like how these look. So even though I stopped collecting full arts, I might be collecting those. Obviously, this is our first opening, so these are all going to be Ugos. But if there's any repeats coming out here, I won't get them either way because it's still a very new set. So we're going to wait for those. But, oh, that's cool. I like that Sizzlepede coming out from the underground. But I'm probably going to collect these full arts because they look dope compared to the Destined Rival ones and stuff. Latios. These are Xerneas. Why is Xerneas here? Got our Switcher active, obviously. And there's the regular Mega Kangaskhan. So, nice. These EXs look cool. I like that they actually look good. And these are textured. You would think they were different. But again, get rid of that. It looks even doper, in my opinion. But there we got 3 Megas already from our first ones. And these are build in battle. So, that was already more than one build in battle. Because build in battle, we have 4 packs. That was like, this is our pack number 6 or something like that. So that would have been more than one for the starts. But already 3 Megas. And again, Kangaskhan looks like it's going to be used pretty much. It's going to be like a meta play. Ralts, draw a card, and Headbutt. So you already got some draw. There's Wally, the trainer of our Ralts. Got our Iron Defender. During your opponent's next turn, all your metal Pokemon take 30 less damage from attacks. So, Iron Deck, Shedinja, and our Cinderace, who cares about that? But that's a nice illustration rare to start us off. Looks very cute. Not the Pokemon, but the card. But then we have the attack. If this Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon EX, your opponent can't take any prize cards. So, if you have a deck of these against EXs, you can't pull any prize cards. So, basically, they become useless in that sense. Moving on. We're going pretty good for what I honestly thought would be coming out here in Mega Evolutions. Basically, we've gotten 4 hits already, and we've opened up. This is our 6th pack, so kind of close to a pack per hit. A hit per pack, basically. But again, we don't know if that'll keep going like that, or we'll slow down. Still seeing some newer cards, like that C-Dot. Our Chi-Yu as well. There's going to be a bunch of mix here. Latios. There's our Executor, our Snom, and another Meganium. But again, I think the mix here is of a bunch of stuff. There's Gen 1, there's the newer gens, their middle gen Pokemon as well. So there's a mixture of everything here. Now again, after this one, Jinx. Jinx is in this freaking set. There's a mixture of everything here. So again, after this one, I'm probably just going to go do the back's Strange Timepiece. Evolve one of your evolved psychic Pokemon by putting any number of evolution cards on it into your hand. So, does that take away the damage? Fighting Gong. Search your deck for basic finding energies. Reveal it and put it into your hand, and then shuffle. So, the shuffle there is going to be a good one for people that play. So, let's keep it going. Now we're almost done with our first round. Again, the video at this point looks pretty long. We're probably around here or something, or right here. But that's because this round is the one we're showing everything off. But after this, we're just going to fly by and go through the entire back. Because, oh, Makuhita, we're still going to be seeing a bunch of newer ones. Because, again, we are not seeing everything. Our Yungoos, Tangela. There's a mix of everything here. Celebi, like Van Volcanion, all types of legendaries as well, apparently. There's our Bayleaf and another Mega. Again, all the Megas are coming out here. Our Mega Mawile. Again, these little things make them look cool in my opinion. These cards actually look attractive in comparison to regular EXs, but still it's just an EX either way. But a lot of these guys are going to be used a lot more in these coming decks, so a lot of people are probably going to be playing them, figuring it out. Our Ivysaur, Ultra Ball continues to be here. There's our Marshadow, and a lot of these are looking for fighting a specific energy types. Repel, switch your active Pokemon to your opponent's active Pokemon to the bench. So if you want to get rid of someone's active, use Repel. And our last pack here of the first 10, and then we're gonna fly by on everything. Gonna be a little quicker compared to what we've been doing right now. But let's see. Tyrouge, still seeing the newer ones. There's our Booneri. I kind of want to see it in Nincada because getting some explanation. A Goldango. I'm gonna keep going with the Goldango decks. Gargankel, Energy Switch, and Xerneas to finish off the first one. Now let's fly with these in Paldean Fates. We're going to be going a little faster now in comparison to the Megaevolutions, and in the Megaevolutions we'll also speed up the pace there. Now with the shinies, Wugtrio. Now with these shinies, obviously we're just going to be showing them off and putting them. Wugtrio I don't like that much, so he's just going to go to the back. The same thing with Palafin, or what was the other one? Obviously Palmy or something like that, but Palmy is a little nicer to look at in comparison to Wugtrio and Palafin. But going for the mini shinies and obviously the big shinies here. So let's hope and see if we get anything like that at all. Again, with these packs, you never know. Again, even though they're in bundles, sometimes the bundles have some really good stuff. Sometimes we get trash or we get absolutely nothing. So you never know. But we got our Gardevoir to start us off with this one. Gonna take down our Wigglytuff. So that one's gonna go down right there. And then we got our Gardevoir starting us off, which again, not that sought after, but it's a card that is played a lot, so it'll probably go pretty fast. Obviously the people that play the game use them in the decks, they'll be wanting her. And for all those Gardevoir lovers, she'll go either way. Got our Pelipper. The shinies here is what's all this about, because again, these guys come out like flies. Even though we haven't seen them all, they still come out very often in this sense. There's our 3. I did 4. And our Gimmighoul and our Great Tusk. These are the ones that I'm not really happy to see, but you can see these look very plain in comparison to the Megaevolutions. So very different there. The Megaevolution ones look cool, but either way, after a while, we'll probably get tired of looking at those if the same ones keep coming out. Our Forretress in the crystallized form, Terra Crystal form. Still have not finished Pokemon Scarlet and Violet on the game, on the Switch. Got to the 3rd gym, and honestly, I just stopped playing. Haven't gotten back to it, so let me know which ones I should be putting on my team, because I don't have the full team yet. But again, I like using the ones that come out in the gen. So I do have Primate, but I'm using it for Annihilate and stuff like that. Ooh, Gold Sableye, Palmy. Again, that one's fine, but it's still better than Wugtrio, better than Palafin. So I prefer seeing a Palmy over anything like that. But we'll leave the Gardevoir there. Our 2-pack there. Again, not really a demigod or anything like that possible here. But last 2, our code, and our 3 with 1 left. Let's see if these guys bring any luck with this final one of 20 now. Second round, rounds of 10. Let's see if we can get something here in this last one. Got our Charmander sticking out there. Hopefully that means we're gonna get a Charizard, but again, with this kind of stuff, you never know, and we're probably not gonna get it. So got nothing there. So gonna go to Mega now. Now our deck here of Alakazam. I'm just gonna see what's in here. Hopefully get a different picture card, because we do put those in the master sets. So if we get something good there, hopefully. There's our code as well for you guys. Our Build and Battle box digital bundle. Energy, so Psychic. So maybe this will be the Psychic deck. Got our Ivysaur. No, Venusaur, yeah. I don't know why I said Ivysaur. We got our Venusaur card. A different one there. Redeemable tickets. Some Lily. Dusk. Cypher Maniac. Xerneas, Mystery Garden. Once during each player's turn, that player may discard an energy from their hand in order to draw cards until they have as many cards in their hand as they have Psychic Pokemon in play. So have a bunch of Pokemon on the bench. You could pull 7, 8 bench cards. But again, this one is fully Psychic. So a Psychic deck there, which I'm noticing that they're doing here because before they would mix up a bunch of stuff there. But going to our packs here are 10 packs of Mega Evolution. Now we're going to be flying through these guys. We saw a round, but now we're going to go straight to the back and just see what ends up coming out. Got our Boss's Orders, which is going to keep going with that one. Useful card in the meta. People like to play it, so it's going to be one that keeps it going. Again, the reverse seems very one note. I think it would have looked nicer with something else added, but I don't know why they make that decision either way. Like I said, those decisions we don't decide, so obviously it's not like it matters. I think a little symbol of the energy type would have made it look a little better, but there's our Gangster. Oh, Delibird, cute one. Quick Gift and Gentle Slap. Again, these guys, they're in their basic environment, but when you see a bunch of the same Pokemon in the same card, I actually really like how those look. Cute card. And of course, we're going for the master set, so having different ones come out, always great, instead of just having the same illustration rare pop up. So that really helps us out there as well. Like that Helioptile has come out 4 times already in the reverse, so taking up those reverse spots for the cards that could be coming out when we aren't getting them. Let's keep it going. Our Ultra Ball, Pokemon Center Lady from Scarlet and Violet, no longer Nurse Joy or anything. Heals 60 damage from one of your Pokemon, and it recovers from all special conditions with a Mega Abomasnow to show up right after it. Again, these look cool. They do look cool. I like the little contrast of the colors and stuff in there. But going straight to the back, just a regular EX, so it doesn't take up any spots like that. A Pikachu code card. That makes it nicer to look at now compared to what the codes used to have in the back, which was just information. There's our Yveltal as well. We're just having a bunch of energies. We're just having a bunch of legendaries here that have nothing to do with the Mega Evolutions, or maybe they do. I think that's when Mega Evolution started in X and Y. Mega Signal. Search your deck for a Mega Evolution Pokemon, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. So that one's going to be used as well, and we get our Mega Magnetric. So a lot of Megas. If all the EXs are going to be Megas, I don't think I'll ever get tired of them. They do look nice. Haven't seen a regular EX come out yet, so hopefully they just stick to the Megas there. Our Chi-Yu, another Repel, Cinderace, and no full arts at this point from this one. Our Kangaskhan has been the only one. Those full arts look dope, so hopefully we are pulling more of them throughout. With our Corphish, Jinx again, and Hariyama. So this one was a little less to come out, but still we got some difference there. We got a different EX on both of them, and we got a different illustration rare, so can't really complain there. With our final 3 here of these 10, a Curlia, Marshadow, and another Meganium. We'll keep going with Paldean again. Round number 3, our next 10 here. Let's see how it turns out, because again, what we're trying to see here are some of the big cards coming out. If we don't, any of the mini shinies or regular shinies, we're happy with that. But other than that, don't really need any other cards to be showing here. If they do come out, that's a great value, but if not, it's not like it affects in some way. Our Tinkaton, our shiny Tinkaton, go right there in the back with our Sableye and keep it going. Because again, those, I don't think she has a full art. I'm pretty sure she doesn't have a full art here in Paldean Fates, because I've never seen it, so I'm pretty sure that means she doesn't. I don't really look through the sets in that sense. Whatever we see when we pull is the style that I get of the cards. But we got another fortress. This guy, instead of getting another Terra Crystal that's different, we get the same one. This guy just keeps coming and coming. Nothing big change there. But again, we're just looking for the big dogs here. Obviously, if we got the Mew will change this entire opening. But if not, whatever, something worthwhile comes out, like a mini, we're happy with that. Changes it completely from what we're looking for. Which again, doesn't mean we're gonna get it. We have 40 packs total. They're all bundles, meaning we could have something worthwhile, or we could have absolutely nothing come out from these guys. Which right now, a shiny, or a mini shiny, and 2 EXs. Already halfway through those 10. Got another 5, and that'll be that for this round. Meaning, you could have very good openings, very bad openings. You never know. Oh, Oricorio, our little bird, or fire bird, because there's an electric bird and there's a water bird, I think. But, like the change there. The black and the red looks pretty nice compared to what it regularly is, which is that right there, just the red and the black, I think. Here's just a change in where the color is. Gloom! Our Gloom, seeing a lot of the ones I haven't seen yet, but our Gloom with the drool coming out there. Semi-blooming energy, so right now, again, the pile over here is getting a little crazy for Paldean, but most of them are mini shinies. When usually we get a lot of random cards that have nothing to do. Now we've got our mini shinies. There's our 3. Our Raichu, Ceruledge, our fan Ceruledge here, but again, just a regular old Ceruledge. Our code. And our 3. And then we got one more after this. So our Glimora full art, which, speaking of full arts, I'm going to take down Gardevoir because she's been there for a while. No change here in this round, so gotta put something there. Not really going to take down a full art for a mini. So full art for full art. And in our last one here, our last 3, we got our Clobbopus and another great test. So you can see there's an EX that is constantly getting repeated here. Very good. Continuing with our number 3 of Megaevolutions. Again here, trying to see if we get anything big. Obviously, we're starting with the new stuff here for Megaevolution, so whatever comes out, be a nice little addition, obviously. But we're always chasing the big stuff here, because we already know, if you've seen anything about Megaevolutions, the Mega Lucario and the Mega Gardevoir, the gold cards that have the shine in the back and are completely gold, basically. Those are the big ones to get at this point, and I think they're going to be the big ones to get the entire time the Megaevolutions are out. Another Abomasnow, so there's our double EX, our first repeat. But again, those guys are obviously going to be the big ones to chase. There's a lot of alts. There's 10 alt arts here that we're going to be having, but obviously the big ones. Oh, Helioptile, another illustration rare with more than one in the card, so those are always cute and nice to look at. Little Starry Night in the desert for our little Helioptile, so those are nice. Looks cute. And flip 2 coins that attacks us 10 damage for each head, so you can only do 20 damage. So I'm pretty sure maybe either that's to evolve it, or there's something about a Raikou. Did not expect that. The Ancient Dogs, did not expect those guys there. The Legendary Beasts. But again, I'm not expecting a lot of these freaking legendaries here, and they're coming out one after another. So different energy legendaries here showing our face. Our Hariyama, and so far just the Helioptile and an EX, which after 10 packs Can't say I'm surprised if that's how it's going to be. But again, we never know what's going to happen with these. We have another round for Paldean, another round for Megas. So hopefully in the last one, they'll be showing some face so that we can see if there's anything that we haven't seen at this point. Our Magnemite, Chikorita, and then another Raikou. Now that we saw one, we're going to be seeing him over and over again. But there's our code. And our 3. With our Celebi, Alakazam, Kyogre. Now we need the Groudon as well. But pretty sad for this round for Megas. Starting our first one of Megas and not that great at this point. Great in the sense that nothing huge has come out, but another Mega Absol. So now we're getting the doubles. Mega Absol, Mega Abomasnow. Let's see if we can get at least one of these representatives from these 4 packs. Just one of them would be nice, because again, obviously all of them are Megas. But we got nothing in that one. Forgot to open up one of these, so we're going to go ahead and show you the Lunatone one before we go to our last round. Our code for y'all. And obviously, from what I've been told, this one and the next, which is Meganium, will be a different one. So we got that one. We just need one more card and we have all of them. But this one is going to be a fighting deck from what I'm seeing, obviously. Solrock, Lunatone, Makuhita Evolutions, Gargantual. So this is going to be the deck. Got our Fighting Gong, obviously. Lively Stadium. These basic Pokemon gets 30 health. So I don't know why Lana's here. Put up to 3 in any combination of that Pokemon that don't have a rule box and basic energy cards. Oh, so she's a bringer back from the dead. So some nice things happening there. But now we'll go to our Paldean round since I forgot that one. And going to our last one for both, but starting obviously with Paldean. See if luck was left to the last packs. Hopefully it is, because again, the biggest stuff coming out the end is always a great thing to happen. Even though it stresses me the hell out, still a little good thing to see in the end. Oh, there's our Ralts and a Wug Trio as well. But you guys can see our Wug Trio showing his face. Our Ralts Mini Shiny. That one obviously going to go with our Gardevoir. So just going to put those guys there and keep it going from here. Where you never know what's going to come out. We've done a lot of Paldean. I really like opening Paldean, just like 151. But again, possibilities either are super easy to come out, or it just makes it harder and harder as we go. Either we've gotten to the point where our luck with Paldean has ended and we ain't gonna get anything really big anymore, or we're just getting teased and some stuff will be coming out at the end. We shall see. But again, the pile of Paldean, you can tell, keeps growing. More and more stuff, even though none of them are huge cards. And we haven't, the illustrations that we're pulling are obviously the 3 cards. And we haven't even pulled the Palafin, which I'm happy about. But those are the only illustration rares we can get here in Paldean Fates. So nothing like these guys that are showing up here. There's our code. And our 3, we're already halfway there. So flying through with these. Another triple boy showing up. Another Wug Trio. I'm just going to put them in the back. Because again, Wug Trios, we don't really need to be seeing those guys. We've seen so much of them. And Palafin, at this point, if we see one of them, I'll be happy because we've only been seeing Wug Trio at this point. We got to see one Palmy. So, need some change there. And there's our code. And let's see. Kind of just wanting to see something different at this point, because even though you guys have seen, if you haven't, check out those previous Paldean Fates videos where we got some bigger stuff. But at this point, you guys have seen basically all the cards in this set. Another Clive, just getting repeats now here from Paldean. And in our last 3 packs, let's see if we can get something new, something different, at least in this opening. Because again, to just pull and get the same stuff That's what we're hoping to not see here. There's our code. And got our FAMP. Different one at least, but it's not Fortress. If there was another Fortress, I would have said something. But either way, again, those guys pretty ending up this one with Paldean not nicely. Nothing good at this point. So maybe one can change. And let's see if that one is our last pack. Will our last pack have something worthwhile, or are we just going to be down in the dumps? Let's see, let's see. Got our code. And our last pack of Paldean Fates ends up giving us a mini shiny of Murkrow, and at least it's another mini shiny, and nothing like just a regular EX, but that's where we finished with Paldean. Let's see how it goes with the Mega Evolutions. And our last little half deck, our starter deck. We're gonna see what comes out of this one. Obviously, our promo here is the Meganium, our pissed off Meganium. But is this card one we need? It is. There's our Lucario card. So we have all 4 of the cards that we needed. We have all 4 of the promos. So obviously those guys go for the master set. So you need them. Our Forest of Vitality. Each player's grass Pokemon can evolve into grass Pokemon during the play they use Pokemon, except during their first turn. So everyone can evolve their grass Pokemon. So again, these starter decks are basically type decks. They have the stadiums for it, and Air Balloon, the retreat cost is 2 less. It really helps out, obviously, the deck. So nice one there. And our final code of that to see what we get in our last ones of Mega Evolutions. So let's go ahead and get started with these guys. See if there's anything worthwhile to show up here. Got our code, and hopefully, even if it's not anything big, we'll be getting different EXs. Another Mega Kangaskhan, can't complain though, but again, it's not a different EX. We've gotten 1 full art, and just with that 1 full art, I know that I like them. So let's see if we can get another of those full arts. There's our code. And our 3 with Stonjourner doing a freaking, I don't know what that move would be in wrestling. There's the Mega Lucario full art. Our Aura Jab and our Mega Brave. Attach up to 3 basic fighting energies from your discard pile to your bench Pokemon in any way you like. And during your next turn, this Pokemon can't use Mega Brave. So, nice one to get rid of, or to use all those fighting energies in the discard pile. And it still does 130 damage. And all he needs is 2 energies. So, if you get more than 1 Lucario, you can load 1 Lucario with another. Put an Air Balloon on it, and the retreat cost will be 0. So, that's a nice little thing to think about with what you could be doing with that card. But our Mega Lucario, see if we can get a Mega Gardevoir now. Got our representation with Lucario, and we just need to see a Gardevoir. Obviously, we need to see a Venusaur too, but obviously those 2 are the big ones here. Hey, this is what's different here in this set. Speaking of the Air Balloon, we have the full art Air Balloon. Now these items are also full arts. But there we go with that. As soon as I was speaking of Air Balloon, you could just add that guy to Lucario. He can retreat, no problem. Get another Lucario, load it with energy from the discard pile. I think that's a pretty good strategy there. But again, I don't play as often, so I wouldn't know if it's a good one or not. But our first one being the items. Now the items are full arts when the items only used to be gold. I don't know if now that they're full arts, they're no longer gold, but we got an item full art at least. And there's our Mega Venusaur. Boy, just doing a big jump. And on the bottom has some shine, but got Solar Transfer and Jungle Dump. And you also heal yourself with that, so nice little Venusaur tank. And let's keep it going. Now we're seeing more difference here in this last one. We got our 2 full arts. Got a Venusaur. See if we can get a big card before we finish. Another Mega Wow. Oh, wow. 3 Mega Wow Wows. 3 of these guys have shown up now at this point. But again, they don't look bad, so I think I prefer seeing these obviously over the regular EXs. There's our 3, and we got 2 packs left. See if we can see a big one in these 2. If not, we saw some variety either way with 2 full arts, a full art item. Even though this was a case of build and battle, I think it's a little lacking there with that, but you never know what you're going to be getting with these guys. Speaking of it, at the end, our Megaevolutions. We obviously need it. Ugo ended up getting this in PSA, but in the Japanese one, and now we have it raw here as well. Megaevolutions to freaking... Speaking of the case, we got it in the case. And our last pack, obviously, we got our alt that I was speaking of in the case. Was going to say, oh, this case didn't have anything, but we did end up getting it before our final pack. Now let's see if this final pack has something else to spice it up. I wouldn't complain there if that happens, but we got Stuffle at the end, which can't say is not good because, again, we need these guys. Our illustration rare, and it's a cute one, so nice way to finish off there. To wrap up here with the shinies, I'm not really gonna go through all of them, but Paldean Fates, we got our illustrations, the mini shinies. We ended up getting a lot of mini shinies, and they're all different mini shinies. And then the full arts, and our 3 full art shinies, which ended up being these guys, Glamora, Wigglytuff, and Gardevoir. But obviously, the wrap up that we prefer and want to see here, got our Mega Abomasnow, 2 of those guys. Mega Mawile, 2 of that one as well. Mega Absol, 2 as well. Kangaskhan, or another one with our duo as well. Got our Mega Manectric, just 1 there. And our Mega Venusaur with just 1 there as well. Our full arts, which weird seeing the items as full arts, but now got our item as a full arts. Our Mega Kangaskhan, and obviously showing up for the representation of the set, Mega Lucario. Got our illustrations, which Sidinja, Helioptile, our Delibird, and our Stuffle. And obviously the one that takes the video, representing Megaevolutions and everything, taking the gold crown, even with the name being in gold as well. We got our Megaevolutions right there showing up for Megaevolutions. But that's been the video, guys, and I've been Georgisaur. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like, a comment, and a subscribe. Share the video as well so we can grow the community, have people seeing the kinds of hits we get in, and just enjoying what kind of stuff that we be doing. But that's been it. Have a good morning, good afternoon, and a good night whenever you're watching. Peace out.